Okay, guitar lesson week 2. So we have the chromatic scale, which is just learning how to use all 4 fingers, coordinating the left and right hand. You can try forward, you can try backwards, or as we say in music, ascending or descending. You can also practice this, you can practice it anywhere, but I'm also going to do it on fret 5, which on most guitars, this guitar doesn't have dots, but on most guitars there's going to be a dot on the 3rd fret and one on the 5th fret. So I'm going to start on fret 5. Sometimes it's nicer to play it up here because the frets are a little closer. Whichever place you play, just remember to keep the headstock close to you. I have a strap on this guitar, so it's kind of a little easier for me to hold it in place. But no matter what I do, I want my arm, when I start playing, my arm's at my side, and I just bend my elbow, my guitar's right there. If I use the right leg, again, I bend my arm, my guitar's right there. This way there is a little bit more of a bend in the wrist, and it can be harder to get into the upper position stuff, which is why I kind of like this way better, but whatever you're comfortable with. The important thing is to be comfortable, and if you're feeling pain in your wrist, adjust accordingly. Then we have Margaritaville. So I'm going to play, it might not be exactly like a recording, but this is in the style of Jimmy Buffett. I'm going to do start on fret 5, just one string 1, starting on fret 5. Or you can do it on string 2. This time I'll use my 3rd finger. Or I can put those together. Brings me to the next part, a D chord. So I'm going to simplify the D chord. I'm just going to use 2 fingers that I call the peace sign fingers. I'm going to play string 1 on fret 2 and string 3 on fret 2, and I'm just going to play those 2 strings. And if the middle string, the string in between, the B string, gets muted, that's totally fine, because it's still going to sound like a D chord. So here's a D chord. And here's the simplified version. It really don't sound all that much different if you mute out that B string. If you get it to ring out, then you just get what's called a D6 chord. Gives it a little bit more of a jazzier kind of sound. But we're not really worried about that. We just want it to sound like a D chord, because for the song Margaritaville, that's what he played. So I'm just going to count them. So like 8 times or whatever. And then I'm going to go to A. This is like the way you would fret an A7 chord, but again, I don't care if that middle string gets muted out. So this time I'm on, my 2nd finger's on string 2, fret 2, and my 1st finger's on string 4, fret 2, and I'm going to strum 5 strings. And again, if the string in between, the G, rings out like that, it sounds like bluesier in this case. Like it's what we call a dominant 7 chord. But if you just let your finger kind of touch that string, you don't want to touch the A string. That's the root of the chord, so we want that note. I don't really care about the G in this case, so that's muted. So again, I'm just going to kind of strumming, whatever pattern, however however you want to strum it is totally fine. But now we're just going to go back and forth. D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. Just kind of going back and forth like that. Again, we're not really worried about it sounding exactly like the song or anything. We're just practicing those two chords that happen to be in the song and getting used to the beginner chords. Like I said, this is week 2, a guitar lesson for week 2, so it doesn't have to be overly complicated. I think that was so there's one other thing. The G chord, which is actually usually where I start. The G chord is just one finger, and it can be whatever finger you want, but I'm playing fret 1, 2, 3. Fret 3, string 1, and I'm just going to play 4 strings. That's a simplified version of the G chord. And that's going to happen later on in the song, so that's also a good chord to know for if you want to learn how to play Marguerite. So you got your D, your A7 or A, and your simple